taking on the Carolina Panthers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now, this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right out the 20.
First down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And they'll start on the ground with Charbonnet. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Horn. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Ready?
They run on first down with Jackson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. So this game, Charles, you know, we talked about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Meanwhile, Young's throw is on target to Likely. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Young to throw it. And this one is incomplete. When you look at this defense, they come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Young on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. Rondale Moore. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
Now a 2nd and 10. And now a handoff to Charbonnet. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. You look at this Carolina defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. And here's Lou Hedley now. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 34. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They are, for the moment, the best team in football, 9-0 entering play here. And, Charles, I don't know if we'd call them a surprise 9-0, but the way that they have been winning definitely opened up a lot of eyes around the NFL.
Well, what we've seen from them so far this season, you can't stop them on offense. You can't score on them on defense. So, to me, if you're going to play against them, you have to bring your best game and hope they throw a clunker in that day to give yourself a chance.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
They came into this game saying it was important to set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll run again with Jackson. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Young. Right side, there's Likely with it. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain there of 21 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now here's Young. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. These two teams hooking up for the 2nd time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the visiting Panthers who came away with the victory in that one. So now they look to take the season series here at home in Charlotte. Now a give, it's Jackson. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out.
Touchdown, Panthers! Rondell Moore. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Panthers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
This is 2nd and 8. They'll drop to throw. Hitting Mayer here on the out route. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off.
Let's go now. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
But he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Red, yellow. White, white, you, yellow. Claws red. Black shot. Red.
3rd down, Young from the gun. That is caught. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense will probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play.
Set, ready. Striker, 3-3.
They go play action. Young. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And with the way things have gone so far tonight, I figured this was going to be a touchdown because he's wide open. But instead, the ball's laid out just a bit too far, and they come up empty.
Ready, ready.
They run with Jackson out of the gun. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now Young. Hard throw, incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
Butker's kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
From the 35, here's a 2nd and 8. Now Young. And this throw will be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there. All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Okay, ready?
2nd and 10. They'll run it here with Charbonnet. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. That one downfield for Dotson. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They're going to look to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
63 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. To throw, Young. A short one there, caught by Likely. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they move this all the way down to the 9.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
From the shotgun, it's Young. To the right side, and he's got Moore complete. Touchdown! Rondale Moore on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. He will return this, and all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give him a red light? Do you keep him in? Green light, let him go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
Yeah, you know what I remember from that meeting? He brought donuts.
I like him.
Touchdown, Panthers! From 17 yards out. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, I mean, at this point, what more do we say here? I got nothing.
And, you know, so many people talk all the time about having announcer-less games, and they want that. This could be a candidate for it, because if we stay here and do this, we're going to have a lot to fill in the second half.
There's still another half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. Here's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Looking to throw. He gets it complete to A.T. Perry. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That brings up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded just inside the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, when I mentioned it, I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one. And I was reminded like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Off the play fake, Young. He's got Mingo. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground. Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. On the give, here comes Jackson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
That throw by Young incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Mingo.
Weak-ass dots. That's not a dot. That's an easy-ass dot. That's an easy dot. That's an easy dot.
Jackson is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and a route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Into the hands of Perry, complete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Phillips now from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like the empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
He completes this one to Mingo. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Check right. Ready?
They'll run it with Jackson. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Young will set to throw. He'll hit Jackson complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Throw left side complete. That's more. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. Here is Young. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense. Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Riley Moss. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they have been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick 6.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one.
Blake Groupie now for the extra point. So they get 1 score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter.
Tigers 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Phillips now from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The last time, everything looked pretty good except that final play on the pick 6, and now they've got to come right back out here, Charles, and try to pick up the pieces and get things going again.
Yeah, it certainly seems dire, doesn't it? But there is a silver lining, and it is hard to see so soon after that touchdown. But the game plan was definitely working. They were generating offense, had the ball beyond midfield, getting wins on each down against the defense. So they are moving it well. They just have to hang on to it.
Yeah, as you said, though, probably tough to remember those good things on that last drive when it ended like it did. Yeah, he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Now a first down throw for Young. He's got the connection to Moore. And a crossover out of bounds right at the 25. Good yardage yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 on the first? They'll run with Jackson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
Ready, set. Ready.
Now it's Jackson. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
On the double.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Set.
And they'll run it here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers extend their lead yet again. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized. I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. There's Charbonnet once again. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. On the give, here's Charbonnet. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Back to throw. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And touchdown.
Finish that game.
A.T. Perry.
Finish the game.
Touchdown. And the Tigers are able to
Finish the game. Because if you was up, I wouldn't quit on you. Finish the game.
Nice throw there by the
I don't even know how you got that play. You got lucky. That should have been a sack.
Because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days.
What you mean? I traded for him. Like, we heard from that.
Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more.
We traded for him, bro. We're hurting from that. I gave up a lot for him.
Sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And we're back now in Charlotte.
Yeah, but he's not good. He's a backup. He's a backup. He's not good enough to start.
The kickoff unit is out.
Brian Burns on the edges. Miles Garrett and Brian Burns.
Phillips now from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
I didn't even get to use anybody. Miles Garrett didn't get to do nothing. That shit got me tight.
Offense at the line, ready to go. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory. They hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And Young's throw there incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy. Because
you see how I'm running the ball? You see how I just read the lanes and everything? You don't do that. I'm reading the holes. What you mean? I'm not even use the turbo button. I just literally just read the holes.
On third down, this is Jackson.
Look at that.
And he'll be taken down, but
You probably would have just ran straight right through.
Brandon, when a defense just
exactly
can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field.
You gotta be a quicker user.
Not quick enough. That one good for 37 yards. When he needed to play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now here's Young. Complete to Likely. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
That throw by Young incomplete. A CD there up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it?
It's a custom playbook I made it.
You can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around.
Yeah, just make a playbook.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8.
Makes things a lot easier.
Old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Young on 3rd down. That's caught by Jackson. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense.
And that will be caught by Moore.
Bro, you running cover 2? That's easy.
8 yards on the
Middle's wide open.
pass. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And it's
He was running cover 2. The middle was wide open.
Extend another week. Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while.
It said cover 2 on the previous thing.
Now after the touchdown, here's
he's probably
Butker
switched
on
out
to
of
kick
it.
it away.
Yeah, you gotta read defenses, you gotta read offenses.
He's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19,
not that hard.
so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Nah, it's dead now. I don't know what. Bro, I traded for him though. That's different. Bro, we can switch teams. We can switch teams, and I'll still beat you.
We certainly had a sense
Yes, I
coming in
am.
here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That
Chance you have yet to beat me ever in your life. You never beat me yet.
Now here in this 4th quarter.
Nah, bro. You talking about the Panthers are the worst team to start with every year. And I always build them up. I build them up.
And turning into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother.
He's not even traded.
But a lot of the blitzers, they come
He's not even traded. Imagine him traded. You wouldn't be if he was traded. You wouldn't be able to pass the ball if he was traded.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they have.
Yeah, he's like, well, he's a bronze. I'm just using him. I'm setting him up.
The offense on third down tonight. They've had their
Yeah, because you're letting him get open and taking what you're giving me.
Now back to throw.
Oh, it's supposed to be it. So.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Huh?
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the sack.
Complete, they cannot convert, and they turn it over.
You gotta move out the way.
Doesn't work out, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. On the carry, it's Jackson, and the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
I drafted him.
Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground.
I drafted him.
Right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of
That running back.
46.
I try to get a couple running backs from you, and you was playing games.
Young now. Flush to his right. Pass taken in by his big
Wide open.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown.
Yeah, you have that cover four.
That late touchdown stretching their lead a bit further here in the fourth quarter. And Charles is undefeated.
Play better defense.
Once again looking sharp in this ball game.
And how about what they've done on offense? Because prior to this game,
Bro, we switched teams. You're not beating me.
What we've seen in this one. They decided to jump out there and jump up with the rest of the
You're
team.
not beating me. You never beat me before.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
Wow, you see what they just gave you? And Barno can't catch him. And Barno's mad fast. He can't catch him. See how they're giving you gifts right now? That's a gift. They feel bad for you. That's crazy.
It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return
You're
right
not
there
beating
kind
me.
of indicative of how this
You'll
is
never
going.
beat me.
You've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone.
Yeah, you see how I built them up? You see how I built them up fairly, too?
One you didn't see coming, and that often is the case.
And I built Bryce Young, too. What you talking about? Because he's performing like that. He's performing like that because you got his short accuracy terrible. That's the reason why he's performing like that.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides.
You don't know how to read defenses.
The most recent example, and now obviously they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big performance.
I was barely
them.
blitzing.
Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready?
Young here to throw.
Yeah, I know. Wow, that's another gift to give you.
Picked off by Riley Morris, and he returns it.
Yeah, you could have put it better, though.
Down to the 45-yard line.
No, I'm not. Burns is not even in the game.
To start the drive. Buying time to his left.
I don't know why you didn't throw it to that other guy.
It's an interception.
This guy wide open. Get a man wide open. He didn't throw it to him.
Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to goal.
Guy wide
They have to
open.
be
Did not
awfully
throw it to
happy
him.
right there to get what appears to be one more for the road.
All right, you have Matt Judon.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. play action. Young.
Wow, they gave you another one.
Time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Riley Moss.
Yeah, another pick.
Down the sideline he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football.
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs. Make sure
when I didn't have Myles Garrett, I was still beating
you.
him.
Run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just.
I was beating you by a lot. Not by this much, but I was beating you by a lot. I'm not capping. Well, we had a couple. Well, we had like 2 close games. That's about it.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
You lost every single game. You notice how you lost every single game, right?
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Myles Garrett's not even
This
doing that. He
Carolina
didn't get no
offense
stacks.
at the line, ready to go. And this crowd,
Brian Burns is hurt.
They've seen their guys fully
He just got hurt.
this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, I'm just reading the holes, I'm getting the yards and everything. That's what you need to do.
That's it. That's what you want.
Being patient, running the ball.
Just keep that clock ticking.
Second down and a yard.
Yeah, and I'm better than you too. There's a better team and a better user. I'm just saying. I am, though, bro. You know I am. That's the funny thing about it. Bro, in the other league, I'll beat you in the other league too. Like, it's the same shit. Yeah, I smoked you.
Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
I don't know why you capping for. See how easy that is? Dots.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Well, they probably don't need to
Make this shit too easy, man. You make this shit too easy.
First and goal. Young to throw it. And they are going to
Too easy.
score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Bro, but you make it too, bro. I threw like 7 touchdowns, bro. Come on.
Momentum from what we've seen, and so far they haven't met their match. So if you're going to
You need blitz, bro. You need to learn how to blitz.
you better be ready to play and match their firepower.
You barely blitzing me. Well, it must be a soft ass blitz then. Well, you sending like 4 people? No, you're not, and I'm picking it up. You notice how I block on my running back too, right?
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Barely. He didn't even get a sack.
Return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
I just want 1 sack.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us?
Man, I wanted a stack, bro. You messing it up for me. I wanted a stack.
And the Panthers are going to have this short.
But I wanted a stack.
They'll take over right at the 50. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting.
502 yards.
Keeps throwing interceptions.
Partner, under the lights in prime time, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Panthers, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year.